Stay together now, girls. Keep in line. It was Sunday, and the girls of Miss Minchin Select Seminary walked together in their way back from services. The air was warm, and it's always like this. Ah, well, I guess that's London for you. And the foggy veil of London thin enough for sunlight to pass through. Really? Where? Oh, it seemed like a day designed to inspire rest and relaxation. In that indolent atmosphere, Sarah only heard the fruitless cough of a beggar child. She could not have said whether it was the same child as before, nor did she take the time to consider the likelihood of such. She moved without thinking, her coin purse in hand. Here's a sixpence. Go buy yourself some fruit and something to drink. After passing on her bounty, Sarah returned to the formation of schoolgirls, fully expected to be scolded by Miss Minchin. Such was not to be. This music either means Lavinia's kicking up a fuss or Lottie is crying. Which one is it? Did you all see that, girls? Sarah has given a fine example of Christian generosity and kindness. I'm scared. Why? Why are you rewarding us for doing something which in your eyes is bad? We all know the importance of these virtues, but we often find it difficult to put them into practice in our daily lives. That's our Sarah. Yeah, our marvellous little princess. How strange. Have I changed so much in the months that I have been here, or has Miss Minchin? I think she's trying to set an example to Lavinia. Or could it be that we are both exactly as we always were and something else has changed instead? That seems unlikely. Right, we need knowledge like a hole in the head. Wait, what? No, like, we actually need knowledge is what I meant. And we need sympathy, and sympathy is, yeah, the love heart one. I knew that. That's a tea party. We need knowledge. It's fine. Okay, cool. Worst one. Okay, cool. Still pretty bad. That's the good one. Alright, well, that's 6. It takes it up to 7. That's going to cover most things, isn't it? Good, and we missed out on sympathy. For fuck's sake. Thank you for having tea. For having me to tea, Sarah. You're welcome. You know you're always welcome. Fucking distracted me from my book, though. Piece of shit. Yes, I still appreciate it. But I still appreciate it, even. I don't think that I should stop thanking you when you do nice things just because you've done them before, and I've thanked you before. You are very sweet. Sarah looked down at her tea. The sugar had already completely dissolved into the hot water. Its sweetness was not something that could be seen. Oh, truly, she's a poet. Ermengarde, do you know why Miss Minchin treats me differently? She does? I feel that she praises me every day, whether it's for being quick to finish my lessons, or something so small as having an amiable smile. Alright, once a teacher is complimenting you and having a nice smile, you should call the police. That is Tenarium's life tip. Still better than r/life tips, am I right? Oh god, sorry, I randomly coughed there. Oh, sorry, that was the Reddit just trying to choke me for daring to suggest such a thing. But you have a lovely smile, and you are very clever at your books, more than anyone. Everything she says is true. I must believe that if you say so, that it is so, but I don't feel that I am more clever or amiable than I was some months ago, and I do not think she liked me so much then. Maybe it took Miss Minchin a while to realise just how wonderful you are. Ah, you prick. Some people aren't quick at understanding things like you. Sarah sighed to herself and took a sip of her tea. A lot of nice accidents have happened to me. It just happened that I always liked lessons and books and could remember things when I learned them. It just so happened that I was born with a father who was beautiful and nice and clever and could give me everything I liked. Perhaps I have not really a good temper at all. If you have everything you want and everyone is kind to you, how can you help but be good-tempered? I don't know how I shall ever find out whether I am really a nice child or a horrid one. I think if you're having to think about it, chances are you're a nice one. Is how they say? Oh, but I think I'm actually a bad person. If you're trying to do good, chances are you're a good person. Superhero ideals for you there. Perhaps I'm a hideous child and no one will ever know just because I never have any trials. Lavinia has no trial and she's horrid enough. Oh, don't say it too fucking loud. There's only a door separating us from the hallway and God knows where she's walking. Sarah rubbed the end of her little nose reflectively and she thought the matter over. I just noticed her nose is not only small, it is a speck. Put a breadcrumb on that and the nose might fall off due to the weight. Well, perhaps that is because Lavinia is growing. Aren't we all growing? Lavinia is one of the eldest. I have heard that it's said that age makes girls especially disagreeable, though I don't know why. Yeah. So I had a theory like a while ago that it could be that because she's a growing lady, that she's hitting a certain point in her life at which she could become angry, if you know what I mean. Oh, I'm certain that you won't. You are a kind friend. Turns out I might be rough. Right, 8 belief is too much. We're never going to get that back. Can we not just skip the event? Why don't you just go fuck yourself? Then we'd have to get knowledge, sympathy, and belief. Nah, it's fine. There we go. We did it. We hit no event finally. God fucking damn it. I don't choose her deliberately so I don't get scenes with her. Now, Lottie, hold on to my hands. Will you pick me up? Not like that. Your wrists are not strong enough. Hold my hands like so. Now pick 1 foot up off the ground and stretch it out behind you. I feel all wobbly. That's why I'm holding on to you. Press on my hands and try not to lean forward as you stretch. This feels strange. Sarah came into the room to find Jessie and Lottie engaged in some manner of dance practice. Oh, Lottie, I can see your petticoats. Sarah! She let go of Jessie and rushed over to Sarah to demand a hug. Will you play with us? Play? I thought you were dancing. We weren't exactly. I had an idea. I wanted to see if she could do it. But I would be happy to dance with you, Sarah, if you would like it. Where is Lavinia? I would have expected her to be with you. Lavinia has not been herself lately. That's one way of putting it. She sighed, twisting up her beautiful long hair and then letting it fall again. Oh, Sarah, it's been so difficult. I've always admired Lavinia so much, but now... Admired? Okay, you remember when I said about not talking aloud because this sort of shit can happen? This is why. Quite unexpectedly, Lavinia swept into the room. Jessie's eyes went wide, her hands flying uselessly to cover her mouth. Yes, you admired me, didn't you? Only now there's a little diamond girl for you to admire, isn't there? You're nothing but a useless sycophant, Jessie Abbott. And yes, I know what that word means. I know lots of things that nobody else does. Is this her way of trying to brag and win people back? That's not the way to do it. Not even your precious Princess Sarah. With a haughty tilt of her chin, she strode away. Jessie's eyes darted frantically back and forth, her cheeks taking on a lilac hue. Then, without a word, she crumpled the fabric of her skirt in her hands and hurried after Lavinia. Sarah, what's a sycophant? It's what fucker your face is going to become if you keep asking those questions. A sycophant is someone who flatters an important person they don't really like. Why? I don't know. Well, that was enthralling, wasn't it? Right, so we need sympathy. Yeah, I will remember that at some point, honest. And then we need knowledge, and then 1 patience thrown in. What one was the patience one? Time one. We don't really need any of that. We have artistry at 10, vigor at 10, somehow. We just need a boatload of sympathy. And not knowledge. We could try and luck it. Alright, fuck it. I'm just going to say that we're lucky. Do we need... Nah, okay. I think we can go 2. Come on. Oh, god damn it. I shouldn't have done this at all now. My gamble didn't pay off. I didn't go for the big money play. Oh, come on. Give me some sympathy. Oh, it's punishing me for not going for sympathy. The fuck's that 1? My dear Sarah, how good it is to see you today. Ah, thank you. As you know, your birthday will be upon us in only 2 short weeks. Okay, I'm presuming this is going to be the end of Act 1, our birthday. Yes, I am planning a grand celebration for you. We will decorate the entire schoolroom and have a little party with activities for all the students. Then you will open your gifts with great ceremony, and after they have been seen and admired, you will proceed to a glittering feast where I will arrange some unusual treats. Am I being set up for something that I just don't realise? Is there anything in particular that you would like for your special day, Sarah? Will my papa be there? What is that? Oh, I only hoped he had written me that he would like to be present for my birthday, and I hoped that you might have word. I'm sorry, if Captain Crew has made such plans, he has not informed me. I was only told that your gift's made ready for you. Oh. Now, do not lose hope, my dear. Messages travel so slowly when the ocean is involved. It is always possible that ships are in motion even as we speak. However, even if your father is unable to attend the festivities, I hope that you will have simply a marvellous time, and write to him about it. Yes, Miss Minchin, thank you. Well, my dear, if you have no other special requests, then you may wish to return to your friends. There is another gentleman I need to speak with. Thank you, good day. So that's going to be the end of Act 1. Oh, Lavinia's going to be happy about this. Upon leaving Miss Minchin's office, Sarah briefly crossed the path of a sharp-figured, dry little gentleman who wore a neatly tailored suit and eyeglasses. Good day. He nodded at her, quite as if he already knew her name and saw no need for the two of them to be introduced once again. Good day. Something about his manner seemed mildly unsettling to Sarah, but he soon vanished into Miss Minchin's office, never to be seen again. She quite forgot all about him. He's probably going to come up again. Out of sight, Miss Minchin greeted her visitor. Ah, Mr. Barrow. Here are the next set of bills for Miss Crew's celebration. I have it on authority that the Parisian doll is nearly complete and will be delivered next week. The strange gentleman took the papers she handed him and regarded them with a sniff. You do not think this is trifle extravagant for such a young girl's birthday? Captain Crew expected the very best for his daughter. I don't see how it is your place to judge. He ordered that your firm would pay all expenses, did he not? Yes, yes. You are very fond of the girl, then. She is my most important pupil, I see. Very well, I shall take all these and add them to the receipts for disbursement when the next payments arrive. Good day to you, Miss Minchin. Oh, this is going to go very well, isn't it? Someone like him at the helm. Right, nah, we'll just work on, sympathy. Act 1 has to finish yet, and then we'll have a bunch load of more scenes. Sarah was playing hostess to Jessie at a tea party in her room, but upon this occasion, Jessie's interest seemed more drawn to Sarah's French maid. Truly, the corset is no longer the height of fashion? Not in Paris, mademoiselle. It is quite good enough in Provence. Provence? I don't know. In London, the curved bag and large bosom still dominates. Right, but Paris must always be at the front of things, you see. Isn't it a lovely idea, Sarah, to be free to move and breathe, to have a small chest and to still be beautiful? If it is beautiful in Paris, then it must be beautiful elsewhere, even if people don't see it that way. It turns out there's this thing called taste. The fashions in Paris are emulated all around the world, but it does take time. Marie Antoinette devised a fashion of shepherdesses, didn't she? It was not quite so, mademoiselle. As I have heard, the Queen grew tired of the stiff brocade and jewels of court dress, and wished something more light and simple. She designed gowns of soft, thin muslin. Sorry, clearly I've been reading too much of the Daily Mail. With much gathering and ruffle, gowns that could be both beautiful and comfortable. That design in its own may have led to many of the dresses young ladies such as yourselves wear now, Paris before all. I thought that the Queen wasn't very popular in France anymore. Still isn't. There are many who hate the royalty of the past and all they represent, and others who still hope that the Sun King will come again. Perhaps the crown will be restored one day. I do not know. It is not for my hands to decide. As for Marie Antoinette, some mock her memory, but I have always had my own sympathy. I believed I was named in her honour. There are more than one Marie, to be fair. But sure. Oh, how charming! As conversation turned from Marie Antoinette to the Celtic origins of Jessie's own name, Sarah's mind wandered into recollections of a book she had read recently. It was not entirely unrelated, for it had been a book about the French Revolution, specifically the prisoners of Bastille, men who had spent so many years in dungeons that when they were dragged out by the rescuers, their long grey hair and beards covered their faces. After so many years trapped underground, they had forgotten that the outside world existed at all, and to them, walking into freedom was not so much waking from a dream as entering into one. To doubt the sun, to forget that there were such things as stars, poor souls. Did they doubt the sun? I don't know. That seems more And yet, over time, they must have learned to believe in their new world. England was very strange to me after living in India, but now it seems as real, or even more so than my memories. Sarah? Oh, please excuse me, my thoughts began to run away on their own, like they have a tendency for doing. A pity that they can't carry us with them. How deep. Alright, well, I'll see you in the next scene, which will be next episode. Subscribe if you haven't, or I'll kill you.